Welcome back to this very serious episode of What is MAVEN? Just kidding. This week on the episode podcast. This week on this week's... Fuck. He was like,
great.
make this nice and quick and simple, and I fucked it up. Anyway.
So one more reason why.
Yes, I'm getting to it. This week on the podcast, we're talking about one more reason why you should not use trending audio on your social media clips. Don't fucking do it, and here's why. We're also talking about the value of creating your own authentic content and wherever else this conversation leads. And Jeff has an interesting hypothetical, which I'm very curious about.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. But anyway, let's get started. And then we stand here in silence, sit here in silence while the music goes.
We're standing?
I'm standing.
Wow.
Wait, how tall are you?
You're a lot shorter than I thought.
So the one thing is doing the music live on the show here through Riverside. I can't like fade it out, so it's going to...
Really? You can't?
Because I have the music way too loud in there, so it was blowing out our ears.
What?
Huh?
I can't hear you.
Oh, I think I just thought of an option that I should have done instead. That would have made sense. Probably if I just
Turn down the volume?
turned down the volume on my computer instead of just in Riverside.
What? Look at you.
Oh.
This episode is off to a fucking fantastic start.
Okay, so what's the deal with trending audio?
Dealio? What's the
Her favorite new song.
Nest
If you know
is
the name of the artist. No.
I just found that song and I am obsessed with it. And like their whole catalog. I don't know. I love it. Anyway, it's very much up my speed alley.
Up your speed alley?
My speed alley. How are you?
I'm good.
Good.
Hello.
Hello.
Where have you been? I haven't seen you in minutes.
I know. It's
Actually,
been...
I've literally been staring at you this whole time.
I don't blame you. I actually wanted to start with a would you rather because I'm actually very curious how you would answer this because
Okay.
I don't know. Would you rather spend a week in the forest or a night in a real haunted house?
Okay, would I rather spend a summer on the beach or...
I'm so glad you listen to me all the time.
Did you say a week in the forest? You have to look it up. Yeah.
A week in a forest or a night in a real haunted house.
See, the haunted house actually sounds fun. I don't know, the vibe of a haunted house I like.
Haunted?
I don't... Haunted? Did I say haunted? A haunted house.
Hey, yo, it's a fucking haunted house.
I'm haunted over here. I'm haunted over here. I am not like awake yet for this, but we're recording, so here we go.
Hey, you just woke
Game
up like
face.
10 minutes ago.
No, I've been up for a little bit, but I'm just not awake today. I'm a little sleepy. So wait, what? So a forest.
You can't
So the
see
forest-
the forest through the trees.
On your knees. Okay, I don't know what the forest. The forest sounds kind of
It's a
blah.
whole week in a forest.
Yeah. Is that good?
I guess it's not specified if you're
Like, am
in
I
a
just,
tent or if you're glamping.
It's like very open-ended. Or am I in a treehouse? If it's a treehouse in a forest,
That'd be
that's what
fucking
I'm choosing.
sick.
But if we're doing a week in a forest, presuming it's naked and afraid, and I'm just dropped in a forest for a week, or an evening in a haunted house, naked and afraid, I think. Well, not naked, but I think I would choose the haunted house, actually.
Naked in a haunted house. I mean, that sounds like a romantic evening to
Naked
me.
and afraid in a haunted house. That's the name of this episode. Just the silent laughter.
I like naked and afraid in a haunted house.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck happened in there?
I think that'd be interesting.
I like it.
Yeah.
Cool.
And I don't like being scared necessarily. It's just
I
like the
scared the
vibe.
shit out of you yesterday.
Oh, and I wanted to actually show that was the other thing. And what may be my new favorite camera.
It's very fun.
So you talked.
I should have bought
I'm
one.
gonna go grab it.
So, once upon a time, there was a little boy, and his name was Sally Bob. This is just like Johnny Cash, a boy named Sue. This is weird. Hi, how are you? I hope you're doing well. Hurry the fuck up. No. It's so funny because my other podcast is me just talking to a camera for like an hour. I need to record that, by the way. My
Which
hair is all
you
frizzy.
could
You didn't fucking tell me
be
this.
talking about the show and what we're doing if
No.
you wanted to.
I want to connect with
So,
you.
what's the hypothetical for you? What is the answer now? What's the hypothetical? Would you choose a week?
Do I have to be naked in either situation?
A week.
I do
in
like no clothes, but
a week in a haunted forest
ooh.
or an evening in a house.
Wow. Yeah, you never let me spend the evenings in the house. So I have my own
You
little
clean up well.
doggy house in the back. I sleep in the shed in the back.
Yeah, you clean up well.
Actually, that would be a nice little tiny home. But does it have to be a haunted forest? Because that actually sounds terrifying. And a whole week? It's like the Blair Witch Project was only like 48 hours.
Think about all the content.
That is true. If I had your fun little duded, the camera.
The camera. Oh, heavens me.
Oh, God. Sorry if you're listening or watching this, 'cause this is not off to a great start.
Oh, this is a great start. Which would you choose? A week in a haunted forest or one evening in a house?
I mean, it would be nice to shower and shit in a toilet instead of a hole in the ground. Seriously?
Yeah.
I'm not going to choose a fucking haunted forest. That is terrifying. A haunted house would be way more fun
Why?
because it's a fucking house. No, forest is scary as fuck. Even in a normal like there's a forest that I like to walk around nearby where we live, and that at night would scare the fuck out of me. But like I know it all by heart because I walk there so often. But like that would terrify me.
From laughing.
So I could only imagine a haunted forest. Fuck no. No. I'd sleep in a house. I'd have a nice evening in a house.
Actually, okay. An evening in a haunted forest
No.
or
No.
an evening naked and afraid in a hostel.
Oh, then haunted forest. 100%. I never want to be in a hostel.
I didn't
ever.
mean to like make this a naked
Ever
and afraid.
since
but
that movie Hostel, I watched it whenever it came out. So I was like 5 or whatever. I wasn't that young, but I was young enough.
keep blinking over there.
I'm trying to figure out where to put my headphones. But yeah, ever since that movie, I was like, absolutely not. I'm not staying in a fucking hostel.
Yeah, that's fine.
It was very scary.
Yeah, my experience wasn't awesome. It wasn't scary, but it was like, blech.
Yeah, they handed you a loaf of bread and they're like, enjoy your breakfast.
Yeah, the breakfast was, very, very worn in, used plastic cups.
I thought you were going to say bread. I was like, ooh.
Plastic cups with hot water for tea, which I'm like, those are leaching a lot of chemicals because those cups were worn. And then, there was just a loaf of bread. It's like, here, grab your bread and put some jam on it if you want. It's like, that's a good breakfast.
I mean, that sounds like a B&B if you ask me.
But more than that, it was the 36 people in a room. The bunks were they 3 or 4 high? I'm forgetting now.
That feels like a recipe for disaster.
It was different.
I would rather spend money if I didn't have it to get my own private hotel room in like the shittiest hotel.
No, it was the experience because we wanted to try it. It was
but how many friends
2010.
did you make?
Well, 0, but
Exactly.
that's how I
And
operate.
how uncomfortable were you?
You
Well,
would
you get
make
a
all the
story.
friends.
Well, I would have a lot of fun. Not gonna lie. Like I know I would make it a fucking party.
And
but
every hostel's different because another one was
I
like
was staying at a hostel in Italy. Is that
No.
what you're telling me?
But another one in Pisa, there was a hostel that was 2 people in the room.
Hey.
So we have a lot of travel coming up. So hostel aside, we're not going to hostels or
It's a
anything.
hostile takeover.
But we are hitting the road in a couple days. We've been home for how many days? How many days have we been home?
We have been home for exactly 22 days. And not that I'm counting or anything, but I need to get the fuck out of here.
When you say 22, it sounds like a lot. But
It's
when you say 3
been
weeks,
forever.
when you say 3 weeks, it doesn't sound like as much as it feels like.
It's
Right?
felt like a very long time.
Because we've been on the road a lot filming with people.
Well, yeah, like every week, which has been so fun. And it's like just been an isolated. Well, no, we've seen people, but I don't know. It's different.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a little party
Well,
when we
yeah.
travel.
Well, and so we're leaving Saturday to go to Orlando.
Orlando.
And there's an event there. We're doing a Maven VIP experience with a bunch of people. We have 3 separate days of VIP experience.
VI people.
VI people. We're bringing a board game or 2, so we might get to play our favorite board
If you're
game.
watching this, we're playing board games.
Well, one specifically, hopefully, with a little group.
That'd
But
be so fun. If you fucking throw me under the bus, I'm gonna be so mad.
Hey, it's the Resistance. Anyone who's played the Resistance
He is
knows
a
how
dirty
great it
player.
is. I'm always good. Can you hear my stomach?
Yeah.
So we're doing that, and then where are we going?
Miami. We're going with a couple friends, which is going to be really fun. I'm very excited. We're
Yeah,
going
it's
to do
for
all the things.
someone's 31st birthday that we're going to Miami.
No shit. You're turning 31 also?
Hey, what can I say?
What? Yeah, I'm now officially going to be in my 30s.
I think when you're 30, you're in your 30s.
Nope.
30.
Nope.
Because when you're 0, you're in your 1s, as we always say.
Nope.
It's pretty common.
In my zeros.
Yeah.
Ones and zeros. That is me.
But yeah, so we're doing that, and then we're home for what, 3 days, and then we hit the East Coast.
5 days.
5
Yeah.
days.
Then we go to Philly and
Yeah, then we do Philly. We have a couple Maven Top Bananas. And to find out what that is, if for some reason you're listening to this and you don't know, you can go to whatismaven.com, and right on the homepage you can see everything we do with real.
I sniffed into the mic and then I was like, I should sniff over here.
But whatismaven.com, you can see everything we do with real estate agents. We fly out to them, film with them for a day or 2, and create 3 months of content, and then
Party our tits off and then fly home.
yeah, and then see them again 3 months later.
Yay.
But yeah, so we're doing that. We're going to Philadelphia. We're going to like outside of Philadelphia,
Yeah.
and then we're going to another outside of Philadelphia, Maven, and then
Toledo.
yeah, and then Ohio.
And then Dallas, Houston.
And we're going. I'm saying this like we're not going to
Italy.
record in the next few months, but
Nope.
we are.
We're
doing
going
a lot
on
of stuff.
tour.
We're on the. Well, yeah, we're on the road. Buy your tour posters at whatismaven.com/
Don't
there
give
is
it
no
away,
slash.
motherfucker.
But yeah, so
Anyway, should we get
today's
to
episode.
it?
So what?
What's your hypothetical? I'm dying to know because you
I'll
brought
save
this
it
up.
for the end.
Motherfucker.
It's a very personal one. I don't know if it's too heavy. I don't
Well,
know.
now I want to know.
No, but let's talk about why we're here.
Speaking of heavy,
I've been thinking. No, but
yeah. So this came across my desk because you brought it across my desk over there, and you enlightened me, which is hilarious because I spend so much time on TikTok and I had
Hilarious.
no idea. Where the fuck are you? We're in the middle of an.
Hey,
The fuck kind of co? This is why I do things by myself.
this is our studio. We can run it any way we want.
Let's grab
I'm
a
grabbing the
Are
chocolate.
you gonna share?
Do you hear my stomach growling?
Yeah. Can you,
want
shut
chocolate?
the fuck up? We should
want
have
some?
our salads. Krista
Oh,
would
that
be
would be
so
good.
proud.
Do you want some?
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah.
Here, I'll slide. I broke a piece off.
My Christ.
In case you're curious, we're in the same room. Ooh.
Podcast is off the right. Oh
No. Anyway, see, this is why this show exists. We're not here to teach.
Oh.
We're here to hang out.
Can you believe I was a teacher?
I can.
Welcome to class. Anyway,
I mean, I was trying to chew on this while you
Podcasting
explain.
101.
Let's eat into the microphone. So, what I came
That's
across.
my favorite thing.
What I came across
I can
was
talk
that
at the same time.
I know, but I'll give you a moment.
It's talklet.
Totlet and let's talk
Are you
about
crying?
it. I was before because
Oh.
I was laughing. It makes me so sad. Okay, so we want to
TikTok.
talk about trending audio and why we've talked in the past about evergreen content.
Chocolate is also the worst fucking thing to eat
Oh, it's perfect.
on video. I look like I ate a
I'll just
pile of
zoom
shit.
in. But we talk about evergreen content a lot. Evergreen content means that your content you create is evergreen. You hear my stomach because I got the chocolate, so I wouldn't be growling, and you're
If
eating
you're
it.
watching and listening to this,
Thank
Hi.
you. But evergreen content means that it's going to last forever. It's something that we create today.
like a tree.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if you watch it today or
Naked
listen.
and afraid in your forest.
It doesn't matter when you watch or listen, but it applies. And that's there go your headphones. So, oh my goodness. there's a there's a pile of chocolate that just ejected from her mouth and it's all over the table. I think I need to have a little behind the scenes there of all of that. It smells like chocolate. I can smell the chocolate that has been added to the air.
Oh, I thought it was out of Kleenex. Why did you give me chocolate? It's your fault.
Roll the tape. No! I brought chocolate for my belly.
I smeared it into my keyboard. Nobody's going to want to work with us. That makes me sad.
Okay, so for anyone listening, I'm sorry. Yeah. Okay. So.
What?
So this podcast is going great. It is going great. Anyway.
Why did I even bother putting on mascara?
So.
There's chocolate everywhere.
So this, as you can tell, is an example of evergreen content because forever this will be funny to consume and watch. It doesn't matter that today is whatever the date is, but this matters. This matters. But this is something.
This is something.
But this isn't our example of evergreen content. But
No.
it is. It technically is. It just so happens to work as evergreen content.
Wow.
But
anyway, so TikTok.
So yeah, and evergreen content means it doesn't matter when it's consumed, it is useful and helpful. Ugh.
I'm done with it.
Putting her crumbs in her cup. Okay.
Crumb cup.
So it doesn't matter when it's consumed. We create it today and it lasts forever. And that's what we're doing with YouTube and why we recommend YouTube is that everything compounds over time. Ay, ay, ay. You know, this started rough.
Pass out.
But
God, I'm fucking gross. Okay.
hi. So
Yes.
something that is
so,
not evergreen content is using trending audio.
Yeah.
Over to you, madam.
Still clearing chocolate out of my teeth. Yeah. So TikTok, as you know, has music on it. That was like what it started as was
Musically.
Yes, I almost said Calendly. Musically. And so January 31st, all of a sudden, all the music was gone from TikTok. Where'd it go? Well, not all of it, but a lot of music from really big artists. So like Taylor Swift, Drake, ladies and gentlemen, The Weeknd.
You have to deliver it differently. Ladies and gentlemen, The Weeknd.
I've already wasted enough of people's time choking on chocolate.
We're only here
Choking
for
the chicken.
entertainment. We say entertain and inform. This is
Hi
entertainment.
there.
This is entertainment. Whether you like it or not, this is entertainment.
It's something. Anyway, I'm glad that actually happened with people around because normally that shit happens and it's just you and I, and it's funny, but
I hate to break it to you. Those are called cameras. Those aren't people.
oh my God, what? Anyway, so music by a lot of really big name artists was just gone overnight. I think Ariana Grande and Justin Bieber were also included too, and like Olivia Rodrigo, just a lot of people, and BTS. So these were removed intentionally because these people were part of the Universal Music Group, which is a big thing.
UMG.
UMG. So this was done intentionally because there was a deadline of the expiration for the UMG TikTok license. You're making me nervous. Stop. So they removed all the music. So now when you look on TikTok and you look at, excuse me, the artists in question, or you're looking at their profile to try to find their audio, I
Are
am
you okay?
at the, it's been a lot if you haven't been here. I'm spitting still. I want to watch that in slow-mo because I bet you could just see the chocolate go out. I don't know. I don't have the thing up because I don't like seeing myself, so I'm just looking at the news article. Anyway, so all the music is gone from these people's profiles. So when you go to somebody's video and they use the trending audio, it's just silent, and it is the most awkward fucking thing. As someone who's very awkward, it is the most awkward fucking thing that I've ever seen, because you just see people dancing like the Blinding Lights song by The Weeknd that was super viral. You just see, and just silence, just pure silence. You don't even get the audio from the video, obviously, because it never like existed in that format. So that is what we want to talk about today specifically, because you need to make content that is you. Like, if you rely on things like trending audio, that
Things
can be,
that are of the moment.
yeah, which already timely content I'm not a big fan of, just because within 5 minutes of creating it, like, it depends on how much time you put into it. See, it's hard because some people have launched really big brands from one viral video, which was very timely. But then that's their whole thing. It's exhausting because
Before we go too far on that,
just
what
people
is a
on
really
TikTok.
big brand though?
Well,
Because
I guess not really big brand, but they've gotten. There's so many fucking ways we can go with this.
no, I know, and I
But
think
they've
that
got a
is,
large audience,
and I think
guess.
that's something to
So
actually
not brand, audience.
to poke at, because
Don't poke it.
my first thought is the cranberry juice guy, Dogface.
Oh, we saw him at VCon.
Yeah,
It was really nice.
but thinking about that, he has recognition. He has a thing, but what do you turn that into?
Yeah.
I guess though, I guess that's a bad example because his isn't timely. His is just a moment he created that is sort of timeless. You can
But
watch
it was
that
timely
anytime.
because that song was trending at the time, because it was Fleetwood Mac.
Was it trending?
I
and
think it
that's
was
why he
trending
did it,
before.
or trending
Yes.
because he did it.
I think it was trending before.
Okay.
I'm not 100% certain, but I'm pretty sure it was trending before.
But where this does come into play then is now if that song is no longer on TikTok, his video sort of doesn't have what it had. It's missing the magic. It's just him silently skateboarding, drinking cranberry juice.
Yes.
So you don't own your content.
Yeah, which is really interesting, especially for using songs and things, because that's what's hard, because I find those videos very funny and entertaining, especially if someone uses like somebody else's voice to do something. Like, I find that entertaining to a certain extent. But it is so timely. So like, even if you watch that video like a week from now, 2 weeks from now, you also have to be part of that lexicon too, where it's just like, oh, I know exactly what this reference is, or I know what this means. But if you don't, then it's kind of like, how is this funny? Or like, but then it's, you're finding your tribe, your group. I could talk myself into and out of it. I'm a
Which is
fucking
good,
lawyer.
though. No, but this is good. Like, this is a discussion.
Yeah,
And
because
this
like
is
I
where
can
we
see
want
both
to
ways.
be.
Like, it's okay. So I guess I shouldn't be so like, no timely content. Like, timely content can be funny and like good if you use it properly, but if you spend too much time on something that's very timely, then it's kind of like, well, that may have been a waste of time.
So let's
And
look at it.
Don't make your entire thing timely
Yes.
content, because then that's exhausting for you as a creator, unless that's like what you absolutely love to do. But speaking
But how sustainable is that?
and speaking specifically about people that we work with, it's like, no, you just need to get your stuff out there and just like,
Yeah, as a realtor, that's
Yeah.
timely isn't valuable, because this is the thing.
which it can be fun.
It can be
but then
fun.
it's like, but you also need to be providing value to people, because at the end of the day, you're trying to get clients.
And value is either
Which that's
entertainment
another
and or informing.
Yeah.
But that's the thing, is it's tough to every single day, month, week. If you're creating content or in your business, it's tough to always have to sell people on something new.
Yeah.
And when it's timely, and in real estate, you're basically doing that. That is what the job is
Yeah.
finding new people to buy, finding new people to sell, and constantly. You can't sell once and then keep reaping rewards for it, unfortunately. So if your content is doing that too, you're just on this treadmill in both facets of what you're doing. And ideally, sort of for me, the perfect business is one where you sell once and continue to serve and help those people. I hate continue to serve.
I know. I
It
was like,
sounded like
who are
bad, but
you?
like I don't
Continue
like
to
that
service
phrasing.
your people.
But you just continue to help them get to where they want to be.
Yeah.
And that to me is the best kind of business. Just want to make sure this is still working since you don't have yours up. But that is the goal. And I think for me, if it's not the business, it's at least the goal
God
with the
damn it.
content. Yeah, she has a big spot on her shirt. They won't see it because your laptop's in the way, but I'll take
Good.
a photo. So it's very,
No.
huh?
I
What?
spill on myself all the time. That's mostly why I started wearing black.
Not to be cool like me.
Yeah. Before I knew you, I was just like, one day I think he'll wear black. Hey, I got you to wear more black. Well, whatever.
I literally wore all these clothes when we met.
No.
This Maven shirt I'm wearing. um, timeliness. But yeah, anyway, so evergreen content's very valuable. The problem now, if you don't own your content wholly, if you don't own the audio, you don't own something about what you're creating, you are minimizing your potential long-term benefit from it. So
Yeah.
what's happening now on TikTok, which I think is sort of hilarious, is people obviously were just like, I look like an idiot now. All my videos are just silent and I'm dancing.
Yeah.
And then there are some people who are like, I'm just gonna sing these songs
Which is
now.
so fucking
It is
funny.
so funny.
Do, 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 do,
Yes, because it's they're realizing the importance of owning their content without really knowing that's what they're realizing. But like, because
Yeah.
in like a formal way, like me talking about this with people, like I've said this for 15 years to people, and that's why we use something like WordPress for websites instead of being locked into some platform. And like all these things, WordPress is open source. You literally own everything you create there. No one else owns it. So things like that I've talked about for so long, where people on TikTok are discovering like, oh well, wait, I'm not in control of that. What am I control of? In control of the sounds I make. So let me sing these songs.
Uh-huh.
And, like I don't know how to sing, but at least my videos will always work, which
Yeah.
is good.
Well, and I was thinking about it too as we were just talking. I wonder if TikTok, so they push videos. Like I have videos from 3 years ago now that people are still finding and like liking and commenting on and shit like that. Like one of my most popular videos is about the Salem witch trial house. I've never been there in my life, but I made a video about it because I thought it was really cool. Or the witch house, not witch trial house. But that's like one of my most popular videos, which is really funny. People have been finding it and like are still engaging with it. And it's one of my most popular videos. I'm just talking in a circle. But
How many
with,
views on that one?
oh, I don't know, a lot. Like it did really well on YouTube specifically. So if you literally Google Salem witch house, I pop up as one of the first results, which is very funny.
Yeah.
But, and it's the shittiest fucking video also.
Because it was just something you did quickly
Oh yeah, I was just like, I just want to like talk about this and share it with people.
early in your like creating video journey.
Yeah. Yeah, that was like one of my first videos. But so the fact that TikTok pushes that to people or pushes all these different videos that I've done, do they do that then with these videos that have the trending audio, or is it just dead, like dead? Because why would they push something where it doesn't have audio to it anymore? Because nobody's going to want to watch it because it's like, the fuck is this idiot doing just dancing to silence?
Well, and I
So
wonder.
all that content is gone. Like your entire catalog could just be wiped away. And then it's like, well, now I need to figure out what else I'm going to do because that was like my main thing. So like if you're at least doing both at the same time, you still have like evergreen versus timely content. You still have stuff there. It's just not going to be all your like silly, goofy, entertaining stuff necessarily, or like that kind of entertaining.
But you pose a really good question. So even if the audio is still there, TikTok isn't a get a lot of followers. TikTok is a discovery platform.
Yeah.
It's a different, I'm blanking on the actual phrasing, but they are distributing your content to people that they know will like it, whether the people know you or not.
Social graph, is that what you're looking for?
Yeah, yeah, more like that. It's social graph. It's not the social
Yeah.
graph. It's
I forget the
whatever.
term.
It doesn't matter. But so that poses a great question. Is TikTok then sending things out people will like, but will you get dinged when you use trending audio later because it's no longer trending? So are they going to be like, no one cares about this anymore? Like, we don't know what the content of your video is, but no one's listening to the sound in 2024. We'll never show it to anyone. You know
Well,
what I mean?
yeah. And I've had this too where, like, during the pandemic and everything, like, obviously it was just like, we're all on TikTok. And after you see one trending audio video, then you see another one, then you see 5 more, then you see 10 more. And it's like, yeah, I fucking
And
get
it's like the
it.
definition of trending.
Yeah, it's like, okay, like I get it. You're all doing the same exact fucking dance, and like yours isn't funnier or better or anything, unless it's like, unless it's like one upping it in some way. Even if it's so much worse, like make it like really bad, because then at least it's different from everything else. But that also can hurt you too. I don't know. I have like conflicted feelings because it could be like a fun little cheat code to get more eyeballs, but then it's not good for like sustainable platform, because also then like what are you getting motherfucking texts, bitch? I'm here. Who else are you texting? Just teasing.
Hey, you know, I have do not disturb on 24/7. There are you, ding ding, 2 other people and my
Did
parents.
you call me ding ding?
Yeah, you ding ding. Yeah, you 3 people and my parents are the only ones who got through do not disturb. And you know the 3.
Do I?
Yeah.
Just teasing.
I mean, I could say if you want, it doesn't really matter.
Who
Can
are
you
they?
guess?
Yeah, Dave,
Uh-huh.
Josh.
Uh-huh.
Ooh, who's the third? This is
Oh,
actually
you
a
know.
fun little guessing game.
Like, I thought you would guess the 3rd quicker.
Jill?
No. Do you need the first letter?
Yeah.
R.
Ryan?
No.
Oh, Ricardo.
Of
duh.
course.
Yeah. Anyway, I was trying to think like work modes. But yeah, I
Well,
forgot.
yeah.
Yeah, I only have 2 people or 3 that can get through,
Is it me and Ricardo?
and my dad.
But see, that's all so, yeah, we could do a whole episode on why
Because
do
I know
not
if he
disturb
calls,
mode.
it's like
Yeah.
specific. So yeah,
And why do not disturb mode is so valuable and how you can get stuff done
yeah,
with it. But that's a different topic for
yeah.
another
Anyway,
day.
well, that was a fun guessing game. But yeah, so TLDR, you can use trending audio, but just be really careful because it could just be gone in 2 seconds, and then your video is just useless.
You need to think of it as ephemeral. What I'm
Yes.
creating here is only for today.
Yeah.
I'm not creating for my future. I'm not building a platform.
Yeah.
Like-
And some people spend so much time and energy on these trending videos, which is fun because from an art perspective, that is its own art form, which is cool. Like, I would actually want to study that a lot more now that I'm saying it, because it is that ephemerality. Like, it is almost like a Buddhist principle where you make your mandala and then it's like, oh, now you clear it off and start again.
Nelson
But-
Mandela.
Oh my God. Anyway, that is also a topic for another day. But just that ephemerality. But that's not how people are approaching it, obviously. It's like, well, no, this is like going to knock the socks off people. Like in certain
Yeah, maybe.
areas where we are, there are like certain videos that people are making.
Do you mean areas that we are meaning
like in real estate?
Okay.
Yeah, like in specific groups, it's like, oh, I need to make this video to really like knock everybody's toes up their
I know
ass.
what you want to say there, but it's fine. We'll just gloss over that. Be tripping over something like Greg.
I was like, maybe I shouldn't
Yeah.
say that on this podcast.
Yeah, that's not.
That'll
ours.
be for After Dark or my OnlyFans.
You
so-
said that in a way that someone listening would be like, "She has an OnlyFans." Like you said it so nonchalant.
Yeah. You didn't know that?
Oh, I know.
Subscribe. Anyway, just teasing.
$49 a month.
I'm too off
For
that.
nothing.
I wish I could do that because
You could do whatever you
I
want.
think I could do it.
You could do it. I wish I could do that because I think I could do it.
Yeah. Amara Logic. It's Amara Math. You've heard of girl math, coupon math, guy math, Amara Math. Amara Math. Anyway, Amara Mathers. Marshall Mathers.
Hey.
What? Amara Mathers. Andrew. Do you see a ring on his motherfucking hand? Anyway.
Anyway.
That's also a topic for yeah, so ephemerality.
But yeah, anyway, so we're not super keen on it, but using it, it depends what your goals are. That's at the end of the day, what are your goals? Do you want to create something that can get a lot of views quickly, or do you want to create something that ideally will have slow growth?
Well, yeah, like if you have a client going to your page or your profile, whatever, what do you want them to think or feel about you first and foremost? Like, because for me, I'd be like, oh, fuck, this person's like really cool. Like, I love it. But then also, I want to be like, oh, and they know their shit. Like, that's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
And seeing that somebody has nicer videos versus like maybe not so nice, I'd be like, oh, they're like doing really well. So then, like, I need to work with this person.
Nicer videos versus not so nice.
Yeah. So, like, quality, I'm thinking.
Do
Like,
you mean like side
like
by
if it looked like
side?
fucking handy cam footage?
And like they have a nice video and then like
No,
a really
if they
bad one?
didn't have nice videos
Oh,
at
okay.
all,
Yeah.
and it was just pure shaky, not well lit, like that's fine if that's like what you can just do for now. But just get a fucking light; it makes a world of difference. But just if I saw those two together personally, I would just be like, oh, well, I want to go for the person who has like the really well. But it's hard because
like
I'm
a good
fucking
website,
biased
too.
because I come from exactly like I come from an art background, so it's just like, oh, well, I'm going to go for the more visually appealing thing.
Well, yeah, and I come from clearly.
Yeah, my laptop. No. He motioned toward
It was me. But like websites too, because like that's where I come from is design and building websites and doing all this stuff for so many years, and you're laughing in
Do
my
you come
face.
from a land down under? Oh, I do. Not Australia, but a land down under.
Down under
Down under.
what?
Down under the border almost.
You're not under the.
Arizona.
You don't even know where Azrabona is.
Yeah, somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, where do we go now?
Speaking of shaky, poorly lit footage,
Oh, this thing's
So,
fucking sweet.
the DJI Osmo Pocket
I think I want to get
3.
my own to play with.
I mean, we have one. We don't need two. This
Sure we
thing
do.
is so fun.
It's really neat.
Like, this might be my new favorite camera.
I have so many cameras on me.
You have
Yes,
so many
yes.
cameras on you. But this might be my new favorite camera. This thing is wild. So it's just a stabilizer.
This thing is fun. This is very like Tom Segura delivery.
It's just a stabilizer, but you can flip it around. I don't know why I'm even saying this. I don't even know what I need to say. Just that I really like this, and we've been having fun with it already. It's so small. It's pocketable. It'll just sit on you the rest of this episode. No, it won't.
Sit on you.
Facing you.
OnlyFans.
No, but highly recommend getting this if
It
you
is
can
really
find
neat.
it. Right now, it's out of stock everywhere.
Yeah.
Strangely, Best Buy had it, so I ordered it from them. But now I think it's
I
out of
didn't
stock
even know
there.
that they still existed.
Mhm. But this is just fun, and you can like run around with it, and it's nice and stabilized. It'll work well in low light, which is
It
really
works
nice.
so well. I was literally running through the house last night with it, and it was really fun.
And it's like a simple flip to turn it on and turn it off. So just doing that turns it on. You can do this in like, takes 2 seconds, turns right off. So nice. And it's
Promo
just,
code.
yeah. It's so simple and affordable. It's like $500 if you get it without the creator kit, like $660 or something with the creator kit. And
It's really nice.
definitely what we're going to recommend to a lot of people moving forward, because
Yeah.
you can also get it with a Bluetooth microphone,
Mm-hmm.
which is so nice. You just
Well,
clip
and
it
it's
on.
nice because it's all made with that intention,
Yeah.
whereas other devices aren't. And then it's like, okay, well, what kind of phone do you have? What kind of this do you have? Oh,
Mm-hmm.
you want to add a mic to it? Like we just had a friend who she was trying to set up her gimbal, and then now adding the mic, I think it counterbalances the gimbal. So then
Yeah.
it's like, oh no. So
Mhm.
she needs a
Yeah,
counterweight.
with this, the beauty is the mic is automatically connected. It's Bluetooth. It'll work with your phone too. You can use it for everything.
It's really
But
cool.
you can just turn this on, use it. You can get the footage right on your phone with a little A little bit of trouble right now with the app, but there's a workaround. If you have it and you run into trouble, let us know. But highly recommend this. This might be the
Let
most
us know.
fun.
I'm having trouble with the app. It's like, cool.
Well, no, because you have to like turn off cellular. You might
Yeah.
have to reinstall. It's like a weird thing for some reason with the Mimo app right now, but highly recommend this. And this is the most fun I've had with a camera in a little bit. We've only had it for a day.
Oh, yeah,
So,
we went to the park for a walk yesterday and you were very into it.
and
And I was
like
like, I'm just fucking walking.
running around in slow motion
Yeah.
and then also filming in slow motion. So it was extra slow. No.
I always run in slow-mo.
But anyway, highly recommend DJI Osmo Pocket 3. If you're curious about looking into a new camera and you want to shoot content like on the go.
It's
Like-
funny because you're not talking to me, but you're looking at me, and it's interesting. Scusi.
I'm sharing it with the people who are sitting beside us.
Oh, hi!
So before we wrap,
Give me a hypothetical.
so
no,
this now this is a real one. Like this is
Oh, boy.
it's a very good question. I heard this from Nick Gray. He wrote, what is it? 2 Hour Cocktail Party. He's like a really awesome guy, great community builder in his whole
Yeah,
thing.
I want to hang out with him. I want
Yeah.
to go to one of his parties.
Yeah, he's in Austin, Texas, and he's done a ton. He used to do museum tours as a business that was very successful. And now he wrote this book, throws these parties and everything. But this question definitely had me curious. It's something worth pondering, but it's actually kind of deep. So
Jesus, just get to the question.
if someone were to become you today, so you were to switch lives with someone, what's the first thing they would change?
Probably my underwear.
On any given day, dirty underwear.
That was fucking disgusting.
No, but isn't that actually like really
what would
like
be the first thing they would change?
if you were to switch lives with someone, what's the first thing someone else would change about your life? Right? Because it's sort of like the question is sort of what's the thing you're not quite doing right now? What could make your life better or whatever it is, but looking at it from an outsider's perspective, I think is really fascinating to be like, this is now someone else's life. What would they not like about it and change immediately?
Well, it also depends on who the person would be taking
definitely
over
does.
my life.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think it depends more on who the person is versus me, because they're bringing their own baggage into my shoes, literally. So then,
Get your baggage out my shoes.
I mean, I don't know. That's like super subjective because it depends on the other person, where maybe they don't like our house, or maybe they don't like you, or maybe they don't like my style, and then they start dressing me. That would probably be the first thing, because a lot of people have a lot to say about me wearing mostly black. They would probably introduce a lot more color into my wardrobe, because a lot of people bring that up for me, and I could give a fuck less about colors for me personally, even though we have colors in the house. But I don't know why. I feel like that would be the first thing. So they'd be
Well-
like, but you're joyful. Why don't you wear color? Bitch, I don't need color to feel joyful.
Uh-huh. I think
It's
that's
my absence of color that lets me be colorful on the inside.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's pretty insightful.
Fuck. See, colorful.
This is your outside.
No, it's like the Johnny Cash song. Like, it's so funny because now this is like a separate tangent. But, well, you know, I love music a lot, so I always talk about music. But Johnny Cash, Man in Black, that song perfectly encapsulated why I wear black without even meaning to. Like, I hadn't heard the song before
So
I
how does
started
it go?
wearing black. Oh, I'd have to read the lyrics. Because, like, it's so perfect in what it is, not the fucking movie. So there's this movie. It's called Men in Black.
Oh yeah, starring Johnny Cash. Is that?
Yeah.
Oh, there was an old man in it, right? That's him.
Yeah, it was his last
Okay, yeah.
his last thing. I should probably look up lyrics. Oh, there it is. Essentially, it's just I don't wear bright colors because not everything's okay in the world is kind of like the gist of it.
Okay.
But it's like it's a very
Did you look him up? Let's get
Yeah.
the real.
I don't want to, now this will get into a somber territory. But it's just like, until things are perfect and okay in the world, I'm not going to wear colors because there's kind of no reason to.
Mm.
So it's partly how I feel, but also I don't need the colors to define me. And like,
Yeah.
it's totally fine if you love wearing bright colors and it makes you happy. Like, that's amazing. But
Mhm.
like, black to me actually makes me feel happy. And I don't know why.
Uh-huh.
Like, I'm a little thundercloud, but it just like, it just makes getting dressed so much easier too. Because
Mhm.
like I like getting dressed, but I like playing more with like textures and fabrics versus colors, if
Mhm.
that makes sense. But yeah, anyway. What about you?
What's the archetype of the person who gives you a hard time about wearing black?
Dickhole? No, just archetype?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. It's like a wide
Because I
variety
know
of
it's
people.
different because you're, if you didn't know, a woman.
What? Nuh-uh.
But like for me, no one
Yeah,
notices
because
me.
guys are
No one
supposed to
notices what
wear,
I'm wearing, anything.
but it's more typical for guys to wear darker colors.
Darker?
Darker.
Well, and like
Whereas
a
like,
uniform. Like I've always liked that.
yeah.
It's sort of the like founder perspective where it's like, I don't want decisions. I have enough decisions like all day long. I just gonna put on the same
Hmm.
six
Turtleneck.
things. Same turtleneck.
If you wore a turtleneck, I would fucking die.
You want me to wear a turtleneck?
I don't think so, actually. It'd be kind of weird. But anyway, what about you? What do you think would be the first thing someone would change?
I was trying to think about it. So I feel like the question's implying you're trading lives with someone, but it's implying what's the thing that you know inside that wouldn't be as loved generally. So that's sort of how I'm seeing it. Not that like you don't like it, or for me that I don't like this part of it, but I would see almost anyone that would trade with me would probably work a lot less.
It's that plant in the corner, right? No,
If I traded lives with the plant in the corner, is that what you're waiting for the whole time?
yeah, you said
I'm
work a
waiting
lot
for a
less.
pause. Well, like, because like I'm doing business related things all day, every day. But that's what I love. Like, that's my sport. That's my competition. If someone brings up that they're running into trouble in some way, I am just immediately kicked into gear and I'm like, we should talk about it right now. Like, how can we get you started? Where can we go? Where do you want to be? Like, what's the path that we can carve out that'll get you going in the right direction? Not a dot path that gets you there, but like, how can we get you calibrating your compass like to go in the right direction of the destination that right now you want, which will change in the future? Like, that gets me really jazzed and excited. And all of my time is spent how some people would say is working, but to me it's creativity and
Well,
it's
and it's different though because you don't treat it as working. You treat it as you're making something.
mm-hmm,
So like I've always said like that's your art,
mm-hmm,
which is very different
and
from like
sport.
traditional art. Yeah, because yeah, you like sports.
But it's like my art and sport because it's a competition, but competition with
Yeah,
myself. It's like kidney stone diet right now. This weekend, I came up with a completely new idea
it's
for
really cool.
for how I want to approach selling product on there.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's going to really change everything for the better for everyone. Like there's different metrics like revenue, but also for the members of the community. Like, will this make their experience better? And there's all these different things. It's like, how do you get that sweet spot that improves everything for everyone all at once? But like, that gets me really excited. So that was Saturday. I'm like building out a new landing page, structuring it all out, figuring out like, okay, how will this make sense to also pitch it to Jill, like our partner, the actual nurse at Kidney Stone Diet, and because everything is like a negotiation.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't mean with her, I mean in life. If I was just like, what do you think about this? And in 2 words I said it, the likelihood of someone responding positively is low.
Yeah.
But if I say, these are all the reasons why I think this is the right move, this is how I see it happening, this is visually how we'll do it, what do you think? When I know this is something that is going to be like a strong change, that then gets a better thoughtful response because I gave it a thoughtful input. Anyway, As you can tell, I like this stuff. But
You do,
but I think that's the first thing someone would change is they're like,
but
they
would
would
they
take my
though?
life. Well, I think the normal person who would take over my life, we would trade lives, would be like, well, what about like going out and like partying or whatever it is that they sort of have innate to them? Like, how do you have time for that? And it's like, well, that's just not me. That's not my thing. So I think that would be the first thing someone would change for me in the broadest of sense of like sort of anyone. Like even if you became me 6 years ago, I think you would have done the same. Now I think it's different though.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because you have the passion for this stuff like I do, which is really interesting.
Oh yeah, because I'm very competitive.
Uh-huh. Well, yeah, but
Which
again, it's
you'll find
competitive.
out if you're at our board game night at Tom Ferry Elite.
And like it's competitive with us, with ourselves too, most of the time.
Oh yeah,
It's not like I want to destroy this person.
so's you.
It's like, well, at least for me, like I want like maybe this person is like, oh, they're doing so well. That inspires me because now I want to do well
Yeah,
here.
exactly.
So,
Well, yeah, it's more inspirational to be like,
mhm,
okay, well, I was here a month ago, 2 days ago, whatever. Where can I go now to be like even better or do
mhm.
better things or offer more to people that we work
And
with?
again, for everyone to win,
Yeah.
for us to win, for them to win,
Oh
like
yeah, like I
that's
don't
the
give a
exciting
shit.
part.
As long as everybody can win, then it's like, cool, that
Hmm.
works.
But yeah, does
Yeah,
that
that's interesting.
change your question, your answer to the question at all? Thinking about it that way.
Well, yeah, I like your answer a lot better
Well, also I had
because I'm
time
trying to
to
think.
think about it because I was like, it seems personal because it's suddenly like, oh, how are you living incorrectly is sort of the question. But I don't think there's any right or wrong for life. I think we have to define what our meaning and purpose and everything is and spend our time accordingly. But we're all going to have a different perspective because we all have a different life path.
I don't really know. I feel like there are a few things like this makes me sound very unself-aware,
No, it
but
doesn't.
like I have no idea because like I went for like superficial things or
Yeah.
like surface level things
Again, I've
because
thought about this for like 4 days.
yeah,
So I'm throwing it on you in
well,
this
like I do
conversation because it's a
work a
fun way to do
lot.
it.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm always doing something, but I don't think that would be like on someone's nerves. I don't know. I mean, I feel like there could be a couple things that I'm just not thinking about, like maybe even like family time or something. But again, like I'm saying, it really
Uh-huh.
depends on the other person.
Yeah, what are their priorities?
Yeah, because like then in their life, I'd be like, you spend way too much fucking time talking to your family. You
Uh-huh.
need to focus on what you need to do or something. Where like, thankfully, we're very similar with a lot of different things like that. Where like obviously family time can be important, but
Hmm.
you also need to put on your own life mask before you spend time with your family.
Yeah, oxygen mask is usually the word, but I like life
Yep,
mask as
life
well.
mask.
Actually, I've never shown you what's below my life mask.
Slipknot.
Ooh, can you imagine?
Oh my god.
This is the mask, and below it is a Slipknot face.
Holy fuck.
That would be
That would be really
wild.
fun. Which one would you go for?
Which one would I go for? What do you
Yeah,
mean?
which Slipknot mask?
Oh, they
I'd have to look at
changed.
them.
Like they evolved over time, so I
Yeah,
actually
but
couldn't.
original Slipknot.
I'd have to also look.
I like the
Let's see.
spiky one.
The spiky
forget.
one.
Or no, I like Corey's mask. Corey Taylor. I always liked
Mhm.
his mask. Oh yeah, that's like totally different now.
Yeah, they've
Huh,
really
no shit.
changed and evolved.
It's like not as creepy now. I guess kind of. I don't know. Whatever. Anyway.
Yeah, I don't love Corey Taylor's. That one feels a little something. Like not as my everyday mask, you know, as one would say.
Yeah, as you have.
As one does.
I forget. I always liked the spiky one, but I do actually like Corey Taylor's. He is such a cute guy, also, just like a cute person. Like his soul
like who he
Just
is
like
as
such
a
a little
person.
sweetie.
So thoughtful.
Yeah.
So fun.
Uh-huh.
Which
I would
also,
want to hang out with him because he seems like very fun.
yeah,
Like I feel
and
like we'd get along very well.
I feel like it comes through when you think, it makes sense when you think about it because Slipknot is a wild piece of art, like
Yeah, it's
multi-sensory
performance
art.
art.
And like the visual too, which so many bands never did. Like so many bands are like, we make music, we go home.
Yeah.
Where they're like, we make an experience and we're playing music.
Well, that's why I like the band Ghost. It's like, I think it's Norwegian. Ghost. But yeah, they have like Swedish. Fuck. Sorry. But they're very theatrical and like very creepy, but I very much like them because it's just like the whole vibe and everything. I don't know. Anyway, the end. But yeah, that was a really good question.
Yeah, I thought it was really
I'll
fascinating.
be thinking about that all day.
Yeah. But yeah, we're just about almost up to an hour. So
Jesus.
what do you say we wrap this episode here?
No.
No?
No.
No?
No. No? No. Anyway, yeah, that sounds good. I don't know where my headphones are, so
And
you
it's
just
fine.
have
It
to.
doesn't even matter. I'm just going to play the outro. I'll figure out the intro, outro music using Riverside. But we'll also see, last week I mentioned having the camera switch automatically, and our microphones were too hot, so they were picking up each other. So I am curious if this time it'll be auto switching. If you've watched this far, you already know if it's auto switching. And I
Got
can hear your headphones clinking in my ear. But anyway,
I don't hear anything.
I don't either. Oh, because I muted it. So thanks for tuning in. This has been What is Maven? Go to whatismaven.com. I'm Jeff Saris.
I'm Amara Andrew. Bye. Beep.